CP, and today we're back for a brand new video. Today we're going to be looking at NFL You Have One Job moments. So basically, what this is basically a compilation video of players or teams that blew whatever. Like they had, like it literally says like you had one job and you completely messed it up. Like it was. So basically, it can be from a player who all they had to do was catch a pass and get a first down, or like they all they had to do was make a tackle or do whatever, and they just completely messed it up. So. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, like if some of these stuff, if I was the head coach or owner and this happened, you're getting cut. Like there's no doubt about it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Jalen Ramsey. I don't care if you're Julio Jones. If you do something stupid like this, you're cut.
Up and throwing deep down the far sideline.
Bro, 26. Like I'm gonna have to start coming straight for you, bro. How? I have so many questions. How did you miss by that much? First of all, you didn't even have to like jump up that high and try to pick it, because that's probably what he was trying to do. He was probably trying to like intercept it and then like win the game right then and there. You didn't have to do that. Baltimore is clearly out of timeouts. All you had to do was let him catch it, tackle him inbounds, and the clock would have kept running because they're down by 7. So it's not like, oh, if they get in the field goal range, we're boned. Like, no. All you had to do was tackle him. Clock would have kept running, kept running. They would have tried to spike it. They would have had like one, maybe two more plays. And then at that point, like, okay, all you got to do is defend the goal line. So if they want to catch something in front of you before the line, go right on ahead. But anything in end zone, don't. No. But bro, like, oh yeah. And what's crazy is like he was trying to play the ball when you in this situation you have to play the receiver because you never know like when you're going to try to break a tackle and you keep going. But he didn't have to break a tackle. That's the crazy thing. He just had to catch it and run. Like this is so disappointing. This upsets me. With me being a football fan, like this upsets me. And I'm not even a Ravens fan or Broncos fan. Like this just upsets me overall.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacoby Jones. How does that happen in the Denver secondary? Only a three-man rush. Flacco's.
Look at this. Like you're trying to play the ball and you're like all you had to do was move in just a little bit more by like 2 yards, not even, and you could have deflected it.
Steps up and unloads
Pick it, bro. Like what are you doing? Why? Why are you trying to?
a deep ball. And again, I don't understand. Tony
Yeah, 26. Your career probably ended after that play.
Carter has got the short coverage. How do you let the guy?
Like, oh my god. Just looking at this triggers me so much. It's like all you had to do was play the receiver, but instead you wanted to play the ball, try to be a superstar, pick it off, and win the game. But no,
Guys get deep. Raheem Moore, number 26. He's late coming. It's still.
Raheem Moore, like bro, I haven't heard that name before this video. I definitely won't hear it ever again. Probably because this dude, like, his career probably ended. Because I wouldn't want to sign you if you did that.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Giants buffoonery struck again in the 1985 NFC Championship when punter Sean Landeta took an astounding swing and a
I feel like this is a miracle at the Meadowlands part.
miss against the Bears.
Landeta from his end zone. Bears look at good field position.
Did he just miss the punt?
Against the Bears.
Landeta from his end zone. Bears look at good field position.
Yo! How? You're a punter. All you had to do was kick the ball down the field. How did you miss? How? I'm just at a loss. How do you miss that badly? I don't understand if you miss hit it and it just skips a part of your foot and like the ball's off, but it's still like an okay punt. But this dude just completely missed it. He whiffed on that. That's ridiculous, man.
Oh, he missed this. He missed this. All
I
right.
thought it was back in like 2014 when they won like 3 games, but then like 2 years later they won like 11 and made the playoffs, and then like after that they just kept messing up. I feel like they're in a rebuild and they're tanking on purpose so they can get the better draft picks. But regardless, this is where the Giants' buffoonery started.
Sean Bell. Holy smokes.
Thinking about running one
He took the
play.
knee, though. He took the knee.
He did
So
take.
Bro, wait a minute. But they're up though. So okay, so basically, if you guys don't, because I know not everybody like knows football that well, but basically, what he was supposed to do, he was supposed to spike the football, which means he just throws it to the ground, it's incomplete, and it stops the play. So basically, the time will stop, and don't have enough time to kick a field goal. But instead, what he did was he took a knee, and that means the clock keeps running, and it's like now they don't have time to like kick a field goal and put up more points. So this is probably like one of those games where like they're trying to get into playoffs. So that's probably why it was so like, yo, what are you doing?
It's going to run out.
He did not spike
He
the
didn't
ball.
spike it. He took the knee.
And a flag is down. They have butchered this. I'm not sure. On 2 occasions, Kirk Cousins did.
I'm pretty sure number 11 is Deshaun Jackson. So for his team to do something stupid against his old team, sad. Speaking of Deshaun Jackson, he's back in Philly. I mean, I know that happened last year, but I just found that kind of weird. Like you're bringing him back just. They only brought him back for the fans so they could sell more jerseys. Because I do see a lot of people wearing their Deshaun Jackson jerseys. I'll be telling them, like, yo, he's not an Eagle anymore. I used to get on Brielle's nerves. If you don't know who Brielle is, so basically when I did like my very first Q&A, she was the one that asked me a question. So this was back in June of last year. Wait, was it last year? Yeah, June of last year. We was doing a Q&A. She was asking me questions because she was a YouTuber too, but she hasn't done it in a while. But yeah, I used to freshman year in high school, I used to start coming at her because she was an Eagles fan. That's because Cowboys were like 12-4 at that point, and I think the Eagles were like 9-7. But it was just yeah, I stayed coming at her. I mean, it got on her nerves, but she me and her are so cool. I haven't talked to her in a little bit, but me and her are so cool.
Did not spike the football.
Yeah, that's the end of the half. He took a knee instead of spiking it.
Philadelphia's running off the field. This is bizarre. What's the thought process here? Spike the ball. He had a brain freeze.
Well, and he doesn't have to. You know, they were saying, well, you know, he wasn't touched, so he got up and they were going to do it. Well, the fact of the matter is he gave himself up.
Yeah, in NFL, when you give yourself up, you're down. Doesn't matter if you're touched or not. If you take a knee or like just curl up into the fetal position, because I've seen players do that like on punt returns. What they'll try to do is they'll try to act like they fair caught it, but they did it. And they'll catch it and stand and look around for a second, see if like anybody's like coming at them, and then like they'll try to take off. Like, no, bro, you gave yourself up by not moving for like a hot second. Like if you had started walking off the field and acting like you did, and then cut it back the other way, then yeah. But no, that's not how it works. If you just stand there and just like look around, like yeah, you gave yourself up because you're basically asking yourself to get hit. But since you were giving yourself up, it's like okay.
By giving himself up, it's automatically.
Looking. Now stops, throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, loses the football.
My dude's out here trying to make a play, but he fumbled the
ball. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running.
What are you doing? Yo. Bro, you're supposed to run that way, not this way. You're supposed to run. If you're on defense and you get to the ball, you're supposed to run to the goal line that 9 times out of 10 is furthest from you. Or not furthest from you, closest to you, depending on where you are on the field. But basically, okay, you defend. If you get the ball on defense, you go to the goal line that's not facing your back, which means you're going to the one that like you should be looking at first. But instead, this dude said, "All right, I'm gonna get some points for these guys."
Driving for the first down, loses the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way, and he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety. His teammates were running along the far side of the field, Russ, trying to tell him go back.
What are you doing? Oh my God, I remember this game. I know exactly. So basically, this was the week after the whole Dez Bryant no catch thing. So basically, they tried to onside kick it. and then the dude who tried to get it, he dropped the ball. And like my whole thinking was, yo, if they had not reversed that call and said it was a catch, because which it was, Dez would have had that. He would have had this onside recovery. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're doing an onside recovery, you have like your receivers, your tight ends, and a few running backs. Anybody who knows how to catch the ball. But no, this guy, he blew it.
Good kick up into the air. It is loose.
He literally hugged himself in the air, and the ball just bounced.
And he is lit up by Sean Slocum back on the sideline. Bostic couldn't. Matthews could.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Bostic, they got the hands team out there. Bostic gets the bounce.
See, Dez would have caught that. Dez Brown.
It's a nice bounce. He tries to get it at its high point, just unable to make the play as a tight end. 27-yard attempt.
If you miss this is probably, field goals are not going to get much easier than this. How do you miss this?
Jeff Lott is the holder. McDermott is the snapper. And the kick.
Oh my God. How do you miss something so short? Like, bro, by the time the ball hits the highest point, it's already through the goalpost. That's how short that field goal was. And I know how to kick field goals too, so I know for a fact. Like that should have been a chip shot.
It's no good. Wow.
Sherman's like, oh my God. We just won.
And all they will need is a field goal to win the game. And they've got
Oh crap, I know what this is.
the best clutch field goal kicker in America this year in Josh Brown. Meanwhile, here's Dramatica. Romo holds.
This is about to bring up some pain for me.
19-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau.
Yo, honestly, if Tony had just sprung it out a little bit more to the outside, he probably could have gotten in the end zone. And this whole thing would have been like the clutchest thing he's ever done in his career. Like, it's like when Deshaun Jackson fumbled the ball in that punt return, picked it up, and still took it for a touchdown.
Amazing! Unbelievable!
All right, which one of y'all messes up?
Weatherford hits it. Kyle Williams.
Oh my God, you just lost the game. Because see, in overtime, what happens is each team gets possession unless the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown. So basically, the Niners had the Giants in a punting situation. So all the Niners would have to do is kick a field goal. But since they fumbled the ball, Giants can get it back, and then it looks like they're in good field position to just kick a field goal and win the game. So yeah, you blew it. Like, what's crazy is the offense didn't even get a chance. Like, I feel like the NFL, what they should do is for overtime, they should be like, okay, each team, no matter what happens, will get possession unless there's a defensive touchdown. So basically, the offense can drive all the way down the field, get a touchdown, and the other team has to match it with a touchdown. If they don't, then game's over. If they do, then okay, we'll go in sudden death, and you guys gotta keep matching. So basically, say that second drive for a team that scored first drives down the field, gets a field goal. Now, in that situation, what I think the other team should have to do, they either have to get a touchdown to win it or a field goal to match it, and then it's like sudden death. Like, okay, next score wins. I mean, I know it sounds a little complicated, but I'm just saying that's just my opinion.
Lost the ball. It's recovered by the Giants. Jaquan Williams, the rookie, knocked it out. Second-year receiver, punt returner Kyle Williams with no Ted Ginn Jr.
Bro, like he barely even touched you. Like, you should not have fumbled.
Available because of a knee injury.
13 seconds left. Breeze in trouble. Coming near side. Colson's wide open. And now he's going to throw it forward. That's a forward.
Oh, yeah. So that wasn't Drew's fault. That was Colson's.
Pass. There's a penalty all day long. Cadets got it. And that one is not going to work.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be like a 10-second runoff and the game's over.
Colson made the.
I mean, honestly, the worst thing New Orleans Saints could have done is just tie it. But it didn't look like it was going to happen anyway.
Catch. He should have went out of bounds. But this should be a forward pass and a runoff and the game over. Let's see.
Illegal forward pass on the offense beyond the line. By rule, there will be a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
Here comes Billy Cundiff to tie
Seattle, y'all got lucky.
this game. And in all likelihood, send it to overtime. The last 2 years, 6.
Bro. Oh my God, he's about to mess it. I can tell. And it's going to go to the left. Well, from the perspective it's showing you now, it's going to go left, but to the kicker's perspective, it's going wide right.
16 of 16 in the fourth quarter on field goals. 32 yards to tie it. And the kick.
Oh my God, never mind. I thought it was going to go the other way. And because, like, he was from the right hash. So normally if you're missing because you're trying to keep it straight, but then you end up eking it a little bit to one side. That's why when I kick field goals, I'm practicing 9 times out of 10. I try to be in the center. So basically, when it's like there's no lines on the field, I just line up with like the bottom part of the scoreboard that's like down the middle. This dude, he tried to hook it in, but he put a little bit too much power into it. See, this is why I'm tired of the Patriots. They are always trying to mess around and beat somebody.
Look out! Look out! It's no good! It's no good!
Wow, Ravens.
Forward. Assumes the position.
Leave these kickers alone.
Lindner waits to snap it.
It's like the third or fourth kicker to miss it.
We wait. There's a snap. There's a kick. It is up. It is no good. No one missed. 4 seconds left. The Giants have won Super Bowl 25.
Oh my God, this is the Bills in the Super Bowl. See, the Bills just cannot win. They've been, from I think it was like 92 to 95, they have been to the Super Bowl 4 consecutive times and lost every single time. And 3 of those times, actually no, not 3, maybe 2 or 3 of them was against the Dallas Cowboys. Like, what are you doing?